Welcome back to our channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we're doing another episode about adulting in Paris, and we're going to talk about pregnancy.
Babies! Being pregnant in Paris.
Oh my gosh.
Fun stuff.
Scary stuff.
Yeah.
But exciting.
Yes.
And it's a coincidence, but we are actually pregnant at the same time. Maya is 9 months in now.
Yep, 9 months, 40 weeks. Baby can come anytime now. So just the waiting game at the home stretch, just waiting for baby to come.
Yeah.
And you are how many weeks?
I'm 5 months in, 21 weeks. So
okay.
Kind of like
halfway mark.
Halfway mark, exactly.
Our babies will be 4 months apart.
4 months apart, exactly.
Mine is due next week officially, and yours is
Mine
due...
is in January next year.
Okay.
Yes.
Exciting.
It is, but so scary. But we'd like to go first, talk about your journey, how you've been experiencing everything.
Yeah, so definitely has been a journey, as you said. It's been like phases. I think the easiest way for me to kind of like share would be kind of break it down by trimester, because that's how I remember it. The easiest. So I'm pregnant, and I guess in the first trimester it's like, okay, I'm pregnant, now what?
Oh yeah.
So it was pretty much like finding out, and then taking a second to process. Had like a lot of emotions. I was like shocked, and then excited, and then anxious, and then feeling very unprepared, a whole lot of things. And then I was like, okay, I don't even know where to start. How do I navigate being pregnant in Paris? So I would say the first trimester was like a lot of just adapting to this new reality and trying to navigate what to do. And then, you know, all the fun stuff with like first trimester nausea, morning sickness, and all that. So that was not so fun. I have never experienced the level of fatigue that I did in the first trimester.
Ciao.
I was still going to work. I don't know how I managed. It was like I went to work, came home, slept like 8 o'clock, woke up the next morning, 8 o'clock, and just managed to do that. But I would say the main highlights from the first trimester is just like figuring out what provider I wanted to work with, figuring out where I wanted to give birth, so which hospital. Like typically in France you can choose between hospital, clinic. Home birth isn't really widely practiced here. Not that was something that I considered right away, but I just wanted to know like what my options were. And then just kind of like more admin, declaring your pregnancy so that you're in the system, so you have access to all your social benefits and healthcare while you're pregnant. And then what else were other big things? Yeah, I would say those are like the main things. Oh, and then also it was really weird because I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't tell anyone because I wanted to wait till I was like in the safe zone. So it was like super weird having this secret, knowing that I was pregnant and not being able to share that with anybody, especially because it was still before COVID. So I was still seeing people, still having dinners, had to like fake drink, things like that. So that was like a bit weird. And then the second trimester came around, and that's when we decided to announce. So we shared the news with friends and family. It was COVID, so that was like a big transition, which was really hard because I had all these hopes and dreams. Well, not dreams, but just things that I envisioned that I would
wished for.
Being able to do during pregnancy, meeting other moms, going to appointments, and being able to have my partner there with me, which he wasn't able to do.
Yeah, that must have been hard.
Yeah, just simple things like that. Or just was very lonely, actually, being isolated at home, not being able to see like your doctor in person. Like to this day, I don't even know what my doctor's face looks like.
Really?
I haven't seen her without a mask.
Oh yeah, true. Oh my gosh, that's true.
Like I know what her eyes look like, but I haven't seen her without a mask.
Oh yeah, true.
and she's seen me with that one because I was able to like take the mask off if she has one on, but I haven't even seen her face, so that's weird.
Wow, yeah.
But yeah, the second trimester was kind of like a burst of having energy again. Felt more like myself, but I was just like confined, so just hanging out at home. But I was able to share the news with friends and family, so that was fun, being able to tell people virtually, and then, you know, just kind of going through the emotions. The only like admin thing that I had to do in the second trimester was to sign up at the creche. So like the daycare, because it's very competitive, it's subsidized by the state, so you want to be able to try and get a spot when you find out that, well, when you hit the 6 months mark, you are allowed to apply. So I did that, and then at 6 months as well in France, you are able to, all your healthcare is 100% covered. So you have to just update your little carte vitale, which is like your medical record card, and in the system, everything will be covered from there. And then also you do a little bit of paperwork for maternity leave, which is 16 weeks, 16 or 14, I forget. 16 weeks.
16 weeks. Yeah.
4 months. So 6 weeks before and 10 weeks after, which as an American I think is awesome. Maybe in Sweden it's not as much as it would be there, but at least there's like a national system in place compared to the U.S. where there isn't. So it kind of depends on your employer or your work, how much time you'll have off. So that was the second trimester. And then third trimester is right now. It's been, I would say, overall good. It's the home stretch. I was able to actually go on a holiday, which was nice. So we stayed in France, but we were still able to get outside of Paris, which I didn't know I needed until we actually left.
Oh,
it was felt so good to like be in the nature, see the ocean, just kind of breathe a little bit, and the city's back open. So been trying to enjoy, see friends, do all the little last minute things I want to do before the baby comes, eat,
shooting content
like this. What else? I don't know, just little things that I haven't been able to do. So that's kind of pregnancy in a nutshell for me so far. What about for you?
Well, to be honest, I had like a very difficult first 3 months. I didn't enjoy it at all. I was feeling, as you know, super tired. I was also working the 2 first months, so nauseous, just like extremely tired, and just having this the sense of smelling everything. It's not a good thing. I was just so disgusted by everything that I could smell. That wasn't pleasant to me. I kind of was like mad at my body. I'm like, why are you punishing me in this way? Like, what did I do?
Like you can't control anything, and it's adapting to like your body just taking the ride or taking control, and you're along for the ride.
Totally.
Basically.
And I'm not used to. You just want to go up and take care of your day and do what you want to do, but you have like zero control. I ate like shit. I only wanted to drink like Coke and eat like fat food, and I never do that. I never drink Coke or like any kind of soda in my life, and I was like, why am I craving this? So I had like weird cravings, and then I was just constantly tired, and then that's not me. So it was hard to like accept the fact that I had to like just surrender and just go with the flow. And then of course, like I downloaded apps to see like what was happening with the body and the baby and how it's developing. And when you see that this little thing is like this big and it causes so much chaos, I'm like, ooh.
It like sucks all your energy out, and it's like the size of an almond.
It's super interesting to learn more about the female body, the anatomy, like what's really going on. I'm learning stuff about my body that I had no idea about, which is a bit shameful to say because I should know, I'm a woman, but still, like,
I don't think it's shameful. It's just a matter of like,
true, but
what you've been taught or you've learned, and it's the fault of like the maybe education system, or like just the focus that we put on, or the lack thereof on I would say sexual and reproductive health in general.
Absolutely. But I mean, then in general, it hasn't been that different for me regarding the healthcare, because it's pretty similar to the Swedish system. The only difference is more or less is that you have a longer maternity leave in Sweden than you have here in France. It's up to a year in Sweden. But then, I mean, I had good experiences so far. Luckily, COVID situation kind of like calmed down a little bit, so I could go to all my appointments with my partner. That was not an issue. And
are you giving birth at a clinic, a hospital?
A hospital.
A hospital. Okay.
Yeah, a hospital. Not so far from my place. So I'm happy that she was further down the line in her process so she could help me, because I had no effing idea what I was doing. I was like, what? I have to declare I'm pregnant? What? I'm like, but this is my business.
Even for that, it has to be done like at the 14-week mark. It was like,
gosh, and you have to send a paper here, a copy over there, and then this, that. I'm like, oh, all right. So that was a bit stressful because I don't like to do paperwork. Like, it's not my thing. So I struggled with that.
It worked out well because it was like I had just finished that, so I was like, okay, Hannah, I'm going to tell you all the things, because I was like struggling to figure it out for myself. And I said, okay, anybody I can give some extra knowledge to and make it a little bit easier, I'm happy to do that. So
grateful for that, really. And it's nice to have somebody I could talk to who lives here, who understands it, who's like, the same city, somebody from abroad as well. So it's very nice to have that kind of support. And it's just nice to be able to...
Mommy friend.
Exactly. Like, I have a good friend already, and then she's going to be a mommy friend that's like, ee! So we're going to be out there having coffee and
with our strollers.
Yeah, exactly.
And our babies. Parisian mamas.
So that helps, because living abroad, you miss your family, you miss seeing them, sharing this kind of moments with them. Like, I'm pretty keen on sending pictures and videos with my family. I was lucky that I could go back home to see my family. So I actually had baby shower in Sweden 2 weeks ago. So I'm
very lucky.
Very grateful that I was still in the European Union, because I know that you couldn't go home. Your parents won't be able to come and see you. So I'm very grateful for that. Other than that, I don't know. I'm just like winging it right now. I feel like, I think in the beginning, I was just like not wanting to share this news with anybody. I was dressing in a way which you couldn't see it. I didn't tell a lot of people. But now I feel like when you tell, it's become more real, and not to be it's so weird I'm going to say this, but to be ashamed of your body, because it is a huge change, and the hormones, I'm telling you, it's not a joke. So sometimes you'd be like, am I crazy? What's going on? Like, it's just, sometimes you feel like you're watching somebody else to go through it, because it's so different from what you used to live before. And I'm 36. I've been kicking it alone for a very long time, and I have a visitor. I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, it's super weird. It feels like your body's been taken over by an alien, and you're just like along for the ride. Yeah.
And I think kind of COVID helped us get to the slow life thing as well, like phase, because before, we love to be out and about, new restaurants, having drinks, apero outside. We were like really enjoying it, and now I feel like due to COVID, we had to slow down. And now I'm like, I'm cool with it. Like, I don't even want to go out. I'm like Googling like baby stuff and looking up information about female bodies and the process and this and that. I didn't even care about what's popping in the clubs today. I'm like, ugh, who cares? Who has time for that?
I don't have the energy for that.
That too.
I stay in the perimeter of my neighborhood, and I am A-okay with that. I'm A-okay watching YouTube videos on birth or things about babies. Like you said, it's just like a whole different mentality, a whole different lifestyle, I would say, that we're adapting to and getting ready for with these new little babies that are going to be making their appearance sometime soon.
Yeah, and it's so weird. Like, I remember moving here, like, I had no plan about what I wanted to do. I just felt like I needed to change scenario, and Paris has now become my home. And it's funny because you had your Paris-versary a month ago, and I had it like 3 weeks ago, and I totally forgot about it until she reminded me, and I'm like, oh, wow, which means you're so, like, rooted in the city now that you kind of forget that you were not even from here from the beginning. So I feel that's becoming more of a reality. Like, I didn't think about like settling a life here or getting married or having kids here, but it just happened. So it's supernatural for me. So I'm not even questioning it. So when we said they wanted to do this episode, I'm like, ooh, we're gonna spill some tea. But it's been really cool. It's interesting, and also one of the reasons we haven't been able to post for a while is just because all this things been going on.
Yeah.
Two prego brains, not a good combination.
No. but we are doing what we can. I was like, Hannah, I still really want to do this project. I think we should really try and get some content out.
9 months, she told me that. I'm like, read the message twice. I'm like, is this bitch sure?
I was like, it's right now or never. I don't know how I'm gonna feel after the baby comes, so like, let's try and get some content out before. And that's what we're doing. And we are in this new journey, this new adventure, and we don't know what it's going to look like. So thank you all for like just, being patient with us and still sending us lots of words of encouragement and love.
So
even
grateful.
Though we've been kind of like MIA, but you're up to date onto the reasons as to why we have been so silent, and we're in this really exciting new journey, and we look forward to sharing with you. And we'll just, we're going to try and get stuff out when we can. So continue to follow our journey, be patient with us, and I think that's all we have for
I guess next time we're going to be either with 2 babies, 1 baby, we'll see.
We'll see.
It's going to be a baby in the picture anyways. But if you guys have any questions, or if you want to share some experiences about being pregnant abroad, or like settling down abroad, creating a family, if you want to share, give some tips, or have any questions, you know where to drop it
down below.
And we answer as soon as we're not taking naps. So, or when we're not taking naps.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, alrighty. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a great rest of your day.
Vidu. Bye.
Bye.